Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol RNVA. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like through this time frame, think does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I don't mean to state the obvious, but I will anyways. Very nice movement today, not only from a price action perspective, but you look down here, and by far the biggest volume this chart has had for quite a while. So a lot of eyeballs on this one, so let's map out some levels of support and resistance going into the weekend. And I just got to quickly tap, just real quick, I can't help myself, but this is why I can only laugh and why you should laugh when people say, oh, charts are worthless, and they're just worthless. No, our chart's perfect. I'm not saying that. There's no such thing as a perfect tool. But I mean, what a coincidence, and this will mean a little bit more to those of you that have watched the past videos, but I've talked about that pink line, that, being the 200 period something moving average. Look literally where the price tapped before just absolutely ripping and roaring. And I guarantee you there are some people that use charts that noticed that bought some shares there, good risk versus reward opportunity, and now they're realizing that reward with smiles on their face. So that's why just be very, very careful of those that say charts are worthless. Again, now also be very careful of somebody that says charts are perfect or that charts predict the future. Nothing can predict the future. Charts should be used to manage the unknown, not predict because nothing is a crystal ball. But just be very careful of that because that's what a coincidence that the price just happened to bounce right off that level. So let's talk about some levels of support. There's not really a whole lot of updates here. Ideally speaking, going forward, if the price can stay up above 0.025, that's going to be that ideal level of support. But don't get me wrong, if the price falls below it, I'm not saying that means the entire chart's ruined or anything like that. Taking a step back, looking at things from a bigger picture point of view, that's where the purple line comes into play, the 50-period simple moving average. So as the name implies, that purple line is going to move itself higher and higher. So a very basic yet highly effective way to gauge the health of the current move. This right here being defined as quote-unquote the move. Just watch that purple line. As long as the price stays above that line, as the line itself moves higher and higher, then the bulls are in 100% control of the current chart. What about levels of resistance? As far as where the next battleground going into next week is, right up here at, let's see, what is that? 0.029. So 0.029, next key overall level of resistance. After that, then things begin to space out quite a bit, and you're not talking about anything until up over 3 cents. But one step at a time, and right now it's all about building those higher bases. And as long as the price builds higher bases, stays above that purple line, everything else will take care of itself. But very nice close to the week. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.